Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I have just crafted up another fuel refinery. I'm just using the old coils. Kind of convenient actually because the actual coils don't require the previous tier. Like a lot of times you have to use the previous tier, upgrade them. It happens a lot with the fusion reactor. Like there's your coils, you upgrade with that. The fusion casings is like another one. So yeah, it was actually kind of trying to show them off. Yeah. So like for example, there is the previous one and there's the previous one kind of thing. So yeah, I just used the coils because I don't think they actually like upgrade the they don't upgrade the multi-block. They just kind of determine what recipes you can use. And I am just going to do the tier 3 fuel in there. Also, I did craft up another input buffer. Those are expensive, but it just makes this a million times easier. And I'm going to slowly just continue upgrading certain hatches that cause problems. The autoclave one that I have set up is a real pain. So I think I'm gonna do that. I haven't been able to figure out what happens with my autoclave, but something gets screwed up with the gravity stars. And I don't know what it is. For some reason we end up with no neutronium and we end up with void in the the void metal or whatever. Like it's something is like using the neutronium or something somehow, but if I like right click the autoclave to see uses in the autoclave, there's literally only one recipe that I'm doing in there. So, and I'm not doing this one. So I actually have no idea how the molten neutronium is being used up in the autoclave. I haven't been able to figure that out. I've looked many times and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's obviously like a clash somewhere. I've done something wrong. But somehow, yeah, see there's molten void in there. There's extra. And I don't know where it's coming from. So I think that is like the perfect thing. Obviously one of these recipes, it's not those. It's obviously one of these recipes is causing an issue. Is it those nanofibers? I don't think I'm using those, am I? I thought that was for, yeah. I'm not crafting these ultra high meshes up. We did that, it was like one recipe, so yeah, I don't know. Something in here is causing an issue, but the only recipe I use with molten neutronium is these gravity stars, and something gets screwed up. And I think just switching that out for a thing would be better. But I say that now, and then I'll forget about it. Uh-oh. Are we full? We are. A lot of these, like, lubricant shouldn't be in there. Yeah, some of those stuff, like, shouldn't be in there. Also, I should switch these out for the bigger things. Maybe I'll do that. But I do need to figure out... Oh, you know what I did? I probably canceled. And like sterilized biocatalyst medium, that shouldn't be in there. Molten copper shouldn't be in there. So I need to... I think there is a way. I think some of the issues is coming from the... Like that shouldn't be in there. Just void that. Sterilized, that shouldn't be in there either. That should be in the thing. A lot of the times it comes from me canceling a recipe, so it dumps all the fluids back in the drives kind of thing. So that is where that's coming from. And I've just been putting off, like, sorting out all this stuff. Yeah, so like if I'm crafting up energized, the resplendent stuff, and I did just do this, which is probably what happened. Yeah, so like these require all these different plasmas, and if I cancel that, it dumps them all back in the drives, as opposed to like using them in the recipe, so it kind of screws stuff up. But I also think part of the issue, like molten copper, no, I guess, again, like if I canceled something, like if something's using molten copper and I cancel it, well, this doesn't have any room for molten copper because it's full. We could do like void excess. That might actually... No. I am curious, like, because I want this to prioritize, and I think there's a way to set the yacht tanks as a higher priority, which I probably want to... I wonder if I like hit it with like a screwdriver or something. Oh, there we go. That was easy. Yeah, I want to have that. Like, I want the A system to always do it from... Is that what I want? Yeah, put the fluid... I don't know. Okay, let me check this. I'm totally getting distracted here, but this is a bit of an issue. Also, I love how those sound. Yeah, so I did set up this, by the way. I have all four. I just did copper, tritium, hydrofluoric acid, and ammonia. And, okay, so it's not running. It's not dumping stuff in there and voiding it. All right, let's see if I do... I did. Like, if I put this molten copper back, like, it should void it. No, see, it put the... It put the copper in there instead of putting it in that tank and voiding it. That makes me sad. Alright. Well, I should craft up a whole bunch. These are all 1K, which is silly. I should craft up a whole bunch of 5K, but... Or ones that do the 5K. So I'll actually work on that. But, yeah, there's definitely some... Like, the sterilized should have gone in the thing over here. I am not producing enough seaweed combs, as you can see. Yeah. Did it go in there? Is this not a priority? Oh, well, now it's a priority. All right. I think a lot of the issues might be just a priority, although, like I said, that's... I wanted the copper to go in that. And it... Oh, wait. Yeah. No. Yeah. I did have... I did have the void excess on it. Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Did I just do that wrong? Hold on. Alright, I still need to get better drives, which I will do, but I just wanted to see if this fixed kind of that little bit of an issue we were having. Also, I don't really know if there's an easier way for me to... Like, if I just did it off there, I would pull from that tank. I don't want to do that. I want to pull specifically from that. So I don't know if there's like an easier way to pull fluids out of drives, other than doing what I'm doing. Also, if those are full, we're probably getting some issues elsewhere, so I do need to take care of that ASAP. Alright, so 900. If I put this in there, we should have still 900. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I need to run around and, like, set priority. I didn't realize that was a thing. So I'm going to go do that. Also, I have been running this thing. I just set up to craft up 2 million more hydrogen. I don't even really know what I really need specifically from this, but I figure Hypogen's easy. It's a 75-second recipe. It's slow, and it keeps it running. That's the main thing. I just want to keep this running. So it's been running for about 2 million ticks. All right, so that is kind of what I have done. I've just been doing a whole lot of talking here. But yeah, crafted this up because this fuel is absolutely amazing. Yeah, so 100 buckets of that MK5 lasts for about 12 and a half hours. And now we have 17 quadrillion EU per tick. That is pretty awesome. I can probably up some of these processes. What if we could like... Can this get any faster? I really don't know. Also, I don't know... Let's see. UHV. These are our lasers for the main 8.5 million. Is there like... Could do that. The UEV 256. I just can't have the entire like main line being pulled for one multi-block, so that's why I have to be careful. To be honest, it's actually the freezer that's a bit annoying. I was debating whether crafting up another freezer as well, which I absolutely hate because I hate that multi-block. All right, anyway, let me do some crafting up of fluid. I'm going to sort out my drives right now. I think I have to. I've been putting this off for a while, and I need to sort this out. All right, really quick. Yeah, void excess is not going to work because that just... I thought it was working because I didn't see that turn on, but it was actually draining the molten copper. So yeah, the void excess is definitely not going to work. So I don't know if that's actually going to... Having this set priority is going to fix much, to be honest. Because, like I said, most of my tanks that I keep are all... I keep them full. So if I accidentally like cancel a recipe or something like that, it's just gonna go in drives, I think. But I need to clean them up anyway. So I have crafted up 10 more of these, and I'm working on clearing out the drives. Also threw down a terminal. I know I probably could have just done a wireless one that does fluids too. But I just have that, and I threw a chest down here just so it's closer. But okay, so I'm going to work on this. Like fluorine, that shouldn't be in there, but I can't have the yacht tank set to void because it would just be pumping nonstop, and I don't want that to... I don't want it to do that. I need a... Ah, man, those bronze screws. Yeah, I ran out of room, and I was like, oh, bronze screws, we don't need those anymore. Because I don't ever really craft up those tanks anymore. Ah, so much to do. So much to do. Yeah. So I was like, I took an executive decision to switch those out. I really need to add more things to the lathe, which it's on my to-do list. All right, Tumbaga. We don't use Tumbaga. And I'm sure I will immediately need it. Tumbaga is used in the well, Tumbaga is like used in the kind of the weird recipes. It looks like it's only used in the energy core. All right, there we go. Got all these switched over to the biggest ones with the, well, technically not the largest drive. There is one that's basically unlimited, but yeah, we don't need it. So we're good for quite a while, I think. I'm not going to have to worry about random little fluids here and there, but I did get rid of a couple things that shouldn't have been in drives. I am crafting up the next tier 3 space miner. I'm also doing some more of the fuel. But I just wanted to show this because it happened again. These gravity stars, I got a bunch out of them, but somehow something's gotten screwed up again, and I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what is causing that. It's obviously, well, not obviously, but it can't be the autoclave. There's literally, it's the only thing that we're doing. This one, like I said, we're not putting these in there, so it can't. That can't be an issue. I could even look. We did nanofibers. Yeah, so it hasn't been crafting these up. So I'm thinking it must be the solidifier. The other part of this is the laser engraver. But molten neutronium doesn't go in a laser engraver, so it can't be that. So literally the only other thing could be the fluid solidifier. But I'm not seeing something that's like... It's not crafting anything up. Like, there's no other... I don't know. It's just a very weird thing. I really don't understand what's going on here. Obviously, there's some clash somewhere. But it doesn't always do it. As you can see, it crafted up 269 of them. It left 19. Really don't. I don't know. That one I can't figure out. So I will switch this over. Probably after I get the mining thing, I'll switch this over to a one of those input buffer. I can never remember the names, that's why I put them up there. I can never remember which one is the item one and then the one that is the fluid. So I left those up there. So if I do gravity star, maybe I should craft up. Let me craft up like 300. See what happens. I know this is a bit janky. It just, usually I could figure out the issue. This one I just don't. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. So it worked that time. It must be something I'm putting another item in there and it's clashing. That's like the only explanation that it could possibly be. And I just can't figure out what the heck is it, because like I said, neutronium, molten neutronium only has like one recipe in the autoclave. So I don't know. Weird, very weird. But I'll fix it when I do. All right. So yeah, just waiting for some of this to craft up. Also, there is some weirdness over here that I need to also deal with in this. And I'm pretty sure it's this quad input hatch. I think it happens when there's like 5 recipes it's trying to put in there at once. It can only fit the 4, so it does the 4 and it's like kind of rotating, which means it basically takes forever to craft these all up. So usually what I do is like split one off. We're doing like titanium. If I pull that out, if it's doing one that maybe it wasn't titanium, silicone. And I put it in this one. Again, I think this will be solved if I, yeah, see, now it's like putting in a large amount of them. I don't know. Bit funny. Yeah, like it should be able to, If it has that fluid, it should be able to, which it does, should be putting them all in, but I think that's what's, it's just a bit funny. That's all I can say for it. Okay, yeah, so you kind of saw it there. Yeah, there's 4 different types. Now it's putting them all in. Maybe it's the chromatic glass. I just need to spread these out. And a lot of these are alloys, which we don't use a lot of, so I can spread the things out. But there you go. So you can see it's like, now it's dumping them all in there. Alright, again, I just need this, but this does require 10 space-time, so it's not the easiest thing in the world to craft up. Alright, so that's kind of where we're at. We'll come back when I get the... Oh, also, these... Yeah, I just realized, because I'm crafting up massive amounts of quantum and it takes forever. That's what's going on there. Did we... 600-second recipe. And the only thing I can do about that is just either getting more alloy smelters so we can split the super long recipes out, or speeding it up. I don't know if it's going to get much faster though. We should try that though, now that our power is just absolutely insane. Alright, so I'll probably just pull that out and see if that will like turn that off for a second while it crafts those up. But yeah, definitely not ideal when you are doing that. I may craft up another alloy smelter purely for our DTPF, possibly. I don't know. I don't hate that multi-block. Yeah, because it does look like even if we're on like the crazy one, we're still using the quantum at this point. Maybe I'll switch out the laser. I would like to see if that makes a difference. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I just have to be careful. I really don't want the DTPF to turn off. That's sometimes the sound works, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be running for a while. It is really satisfying though. But like if I go back to it, the sound doesn't happen. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Usually if I haven't been there, you know what it probably is? If I go far enough away where it like despawns. So we're like way over here on the other side of the thing. Is it gonna sound again? Nope. Alright, I don't know. It must be just a certain time. Okay, enough talking. Let me, we'll come back when we get the space mining module. Okay, I decided that I think I am just gonna go ahead and switch this over to using the combs and the DTPF. I did try this. I mean, you can see like 1,000 ingots, 1,000 catalyst dust. If we do it the other way, it would probably be a few million catalyst dust. It is pretty crazy, the difference. And do that. I'm just kind of doing them separate right now because I need about 1,000 more. I have the field generators and the robot arms done. I need sensors and this. I'm just kind of crafting them up in parts. I'm just not doing it. I can do it all at once if I want it, but yeah. And what I have noticed, which is actually kind of cool, and it's probably like just luck, but I think the multi-block will check in a certain order for a recipe, and how I've actually just happened to have the one that puts the items in for me is actually ahead of this one. So I believe, I could be proven wrong here, but at 75 seconds it should switch over to the infinity. And then once it's finished with the infinity, yeah, there it goes. once it's finished with that, it'll go back to the hypogen, which is basically all the hypogen. Other than we need hypogen, lots of it is it's basically just to keep this running, because it only uses a little bit of, it only uses half a bucket of the stuff, so it's like, other than the neutronium and the quantum and the infinity, like it's really cheap on the catalyst to keep it running. But infinity, not so cheap, but as we can see, we have 4,000 buckets in there. I just have the thing set to craft up more when it drops. And once it drops below that, it'll craft up 1,000,000 more. And yeah, I think I like that. At first, I was kind of like, oh, this seems like so crazy. But if we're doing it directly, infinity, we need a whole lot less cosmic neutronium and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think we'll do that. And plus, it switches over for me. I think it's just kind of random how I just set it up, and it checks that one first. I did add a couple more things. We got our Mega Blast smelter, or Alloy Blast smelter over here, and this is the DTPF. Unfortunately, don't really have a great way to, it says so how long it's been running, but I don't have like an easy way to show like the tank. Like, I don't really have a great way to see, like, the sensors don't work on quad input hatches. They might work on regular ones, but I don't have an easy way to see if that's low, or if it starts getting low to have the thing kick back on. It's going to be like it's kind of just trial and error, to be honest, and seeing what I like. And what would be ideal is when it starts dropping low enough to trigger the AA system to craft up more, but I don't know. I really don't know, like, how I would do that with, like, an input hatch. How would I don't know. Other than we just keep having that go. Just something to think about. I could do maybe something with level maintainers, but again, it's like, once it gets to that level, it's going to stop crafting it up. So I don't know. Anyway, like I said, we're crafting up the last of the mining bits, and I was actually looking at the mining module 3, and what I didn't even think about this, to be honest. I'll probably do this one, 10. I don't have 11 yet. That's quite expensive. I don't think I have these fuel generators yet, but I do have this one. And I was looking through, as we're going to get dilithium, which we need for a nanoforge, which is perfect. The tier 3 nanoforge, we need that. And that gets us Tengum. So I can actually, like, we won't have to worry about that planet anymore. And it also, now that we have a Mark III module, we'll actually be able to get all this stuff. I'm like, is this gonna basically, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how fast we get it. I don't know. But if we're getting, like, the platinum line stuff, is this gonna basically void or nullify, like, our whole platinum line? Which, to be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I've never really, I've kind of, like, improved it a few times here and there with hatches and, you know, upgrades and stuff, but overall it's basically like how I originally planned this back in, like, I don't even know, probably like 300 episodes ago. What episode are we on? I don't know. 330, I think? Yeah, it might be almost 300 episodes ago we set this up. So, yeah. I mean, I have done a couple improvements here and there, but I mean, yeah, we're still, like, using, like, things, but it works. you know, it slowly works, and we are going through osmium, though. I did notice that. That's dropping because we use it for Xenosine. All right. Anyway, let me finish crafting this up. I did want to just point out that I was switching over to Infinity with the DTPF. And yeah, we'll use that to get sensors and the superconductors here. All right. There we go. Module Mark 3. Now, I didn't craft, I just crafted up the previous tiers. You need a 1 and a 2 to get the third one, but I figure I can probably just use mining module. Like, we'll use this one to craft up, if I do a third, or not a third, I was looking at the tier. If I do another one like this, but I don't know if we... I don't know. I'm going to break this. Unfortunately, we are going to lose our filter. But you know what? We have an infinity chest. So I don't think it's not like super important. I can just go in that infinity chest and I will deal with it sometime. I'm going to do that. That. All right. Okay, there it goes. I was getting slightly worried that it wasn't registering. I'm like, I do have the tier 3 motors. Now, I don't think this has anything particularly... There's nothing in here that's overly different, but I do need... I would like to do the next tier... But I'm never going to find it with that. Mining. Yeah, I'm going to do the 10. Does this give me... Oh, I'm thinking about it. The one that we kind of... See, the one thing about having two different types, I can do like different mining drones, because not all mining drones give the same ores. I don't think... Yeah, this only goes up to that one. Do I want to do... I think I want to do this one. I just usually break the thing and then put it with the... I don't know if it makes like that much of a difference. It does do... I think it does do like bigger... Oh, no, I do need this because we can't get the dilithium and the tangum. We can't get it from a lower tier. All right, so we will do that one. Don't have neutronium. Let me just do a... I think I don't know if I mentioned, but I did do... I switched out... Hold on, let me do this really quick. I'm trying to talk and it makes it really hard. I did switch out on the fluid solidifier. I switched because I was getting that kind of annoying... Oops. Yeah, I switched it out for this one. Because it was definitely getting annoying with the thing. I didn't do this one. This one is mostly those random alloys that we don't use tons of, but things for this that were fluid solidifying in like the millions, I figured we needed that one. Also did the reinforced glass tubes. I just placed the molds in there. So that makes that much, much easier. They're not like fighting over space in a hatch. I absolutely love those input buffers. They are one of the coolest things that has been added to the pack in regards to automation. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that, and then I guess... What was I doing? I wanted dilithium. It's kind of what I was going for. There are other things we're going to be getting. Yeah, 100. That's what I thought. Oops, not 1,000. Right. And there it goes. Not using that much power, so not too bad. Be getting Hangum. I'm curious about, also was kind of curious how much we're actually going to get, how fast we're going to get like tantalum and stuff with the, I believe it is, yeah, 8 times parallel instead of the 2. But all right, let me see if we get the lithium in here. All right, just looking at what we're actually getting, there are those dusts. It's not like super common, but look at that, icorium we're getting. Oh, there's Tengum. Raw Tengum ore. Yep, what did it say? Like 8,000? All right, cool. And yeah, we are getting massive amounts of this stuff. It is being extracted or auto. It's being sent into the main network. So that's why it's like disappearing. But I think if I switch that to like 200 or something like that, we don't really need Tengum right now. It was just kind of like one of the things I was thinking about. But we could actually even switch this to say 200, which would force it to do only a couple of these it'll be able to reach. One of them being that, so yeah, it'll only reach like 4 or 5 veins. Also, I don't know if I have enough for that. I don't remember what we're giving this. I think it was like over 1,000 though, wasn't it? Can't remember if there's... Is that what it was? I think it was 1,000. All right, so we might be getting that. I don't know. We might be getting draconic stuff. We'll see. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.